Hello. The purpose of this YouTube video is to simply clarify some things that I said in class on October 1st, the last night that we met, and also things that are I put in the announcements in our course in Angel, as well as an email. I wanted to be sure you guys were clear on what the instructions were for these things that I'm going to be discussing with you. First of all, the child maltreatment exam, or I might have called it child abuse and neglect, or I might have said chapter 10. All of that is the same because chapter 10 is the chapter in our textbook on that topic. If you have already taken the quiz for chapter 10, you do not have to take the child abuse and neglect exam. That is, if you're satisfied with the grade that you had on the quiz. Everyone, all the rest of you may choose. The quiz for child abuse and neglect is more short answer essay based, whereas the exam is true false, one short answer, one essay, and then there's 13 multiple choice questions. They're both worth about the same. Well, they're both worth 100 points in all, but they're both over the same content. You may decide which one, the quiz or the exam, you wish to take. You will need to take one or the other before class on Thursday, October 8th, or late points will apply because you guys have had time to get this done, and I've even shortened the assignment to where you had to take one or the other. What I'm going to do is, in the grade book, count. If you made 100 on the quiz and you're satisfied with that grade, I'm going to count that grade as your exam grade as well. If you made a 75, then I'm going to count that double unless you take both of them in whichever grade is higher. Okay? Whichever grade is highest. Okay. The lecture notes for chapters 9 and 11 are now in Angel, and it's in a PowerPoint presentation format. I just chose to do something a little bit different there instead of a Word document. It's not a fancy PowerPoint, it's just black and white. But chapter 9 is all about emergency care and first aid and high-quality child care programs. As mentioned previously, we will have a guest instructor on October 15th who is certified in CPR and first aid. So chapter 9 will serve as a great introduction to the topics our guest instructor will be covering with you all. Chapter 11, the purpose or the reason I want you all to go over the content in chapter 11 is we have a course competency that goes along with the content in chapter 7. Our competency is we are to review examples of health and safety educational activities for children. Well, chapter 11 has 11 activity plans or lesson plans, same thing, that a person could use to teach health and safety topics for young children. So, chapter 11 is important. And moving on, my class that I had in the spring for this same course, the spring folks, there weren't as many people in that class. So, for the activity that you all are going to be doing with me in class Thursday night, we're going to be doing it in groups. They did it in groups also, but we went a different direction, and there again, it's because of the smaller number, but we created a PowerPoint, and it is on the topic of safety. It has been uploaded in Angel for you to view, and much of that content is the exact same content that you all will be having to do in the activity, the group activity that we're going to be doing together. Just wanted you to have access to it. They did add a lot more color to it, but I had to take some of that off so that it would fit in Angel, because Angel PowerPoints end up being very big files, and Angel will not hold it if it's a very big file, and I don't remember what those numbers are. For those of you that are real techy, it's so many megabytes or gigabytes or whatever, but I'd have to get somebody to refresh my memory on that number. But anyway, I put it in our content, our course content in the safety folder for you all to view. It did look a little bit more creative than it is now, but like I said, I take some of that out to get it to fit in Angel. Hope you understand what I mean by that, because anyway, we'll talk about that more if we have to do PowerPoints in the future, if anybody chooses to do that for something in the future. Okay, for this upcoming Thursday night, October 8th, I'm hoping you see this before that. We are going to be completing an assignment in class. It's a group assignment. You all basically have one safety question, and you have a case study. And you will work as a group. I handed it all out to you last Thursday night for you to look over, but we're going to complete the activity in class. For now, all you need to do is take time to read over this assignment so that you have a clear understanding of what to do. You will be working with a partner to complete this activity, and I did assign groups. I did assign partner groups this time. After the groups have had time to answer their question and answer or talk about their their case study, and write down some information to tell us about their case study, we're going to, now you all are going to be in groups of 2. We will have one group of 3, but we're going to have group member 1 or group member A and group member B. Group member A's, all the group members that are the A group members will get together in a larger group. The B group members will get together in a second larger group. And I will clarify this and make it more understandable in class. First of all, we've got to get there and get this part done. But once we get into our larger groups, our A group and B group, we're going to tell our A group and B group members what we learned in our small groups in regards to the safety questions. The case studies will be talked about to the whole class. And, depending on how our time goes, you all will have an opportunity to grade your group members on participation. Guess what? I have a group member participation rubric that you all can complete. And the purpose of that is to make sure that each group member feels as if their partner or the other group members are participating and doing as much work as they are doing. When you work in groups, it is very important that each group member works the same amount of work is done for each group member. A lot of times I've worked in groups and felt like maybe I was in a group of 2 or 3 or maybe 4, and I felt like me and maybe one other person did all the work, and the other people didn't. So some instructors have given, in the past have given me the opportunity to grade my group members on the work that they did on on whatever project. And that just gives you a little bit more of, it gives you a little bit more reason to make sure you're participating. If all group members participate equally, as you are intended to do, each of you will receive an assignment grade of 100 for safety group questions and case studies assignment. That is, provided you work and participate effectively as a group. Okay, this is the first time that we have done some group assignments, but this one's real important that we all participate equally. This is the first time I've actually assigned who your partners are. All right. As you continue on this week, be sure you're updating your course notebook. If you have any questions about that, let me know. The directions for the course notebook are in Angel in the top folder about course files, and also I can give you a printout if I can just get myself to the copy machine in time before class. The safety quiz or the safety exam, whichever you choose, same situation that we talked about with the child abuse and neglect. You will get to have a choice because the quiz and exam basically the content for both are exactly the same. The difference is the types of questions. Again, the quiz is more short answer and essay, whereas the exam has got more multiple choice, true, false, maybe a short answer or two, and maybe one essay. So you get to decide, and we'll clarify that more in class, but that needs to be done. I probably won't open that until after we've had the CPR class and first aid, because I want you all to hear that content as well. Okay, anybody that needs to complete any work from the previous weeks needs to get that done. Article reviews, any kind of project, tests that were not completed, please try to get those in. Put them in the folder beside the sign-in sheet on the black cart, like we've been doing all semester, Thursday night. Take care, and I will see you all Thursday evening, and we will be working in our groups on the safety questions and case studies assignment. Also, we have a few ladies that need to present their child abuse and neglect presentations, and I'll see you Thursday.